Yeah, I mean, I think she's what we've been saying all along, that she can score inside for us. Not only does she score, she's so efficient with it. 22 on 13 shots, she makes 10. And we had a size in there on them, so just throw her the basketball, go to work. Thought we did a really good job of throwing her the ball when she was open, but she did a good job of timing things up so she could get opportunities to score.
What does that mean for this team in the future going forward, having that threat inside, especially, and now having multiple threats along with Holtman?
Yeah, I think Caitlin just takes some pressure off of Ricky, and I mean, Ricky has 10 and 5 and draws 7 fouls. I mean, that's who we need Ricky to be. I think they just complement each other so well, and they'll be at times they'll be on the floor together. They won't be at sometimes, but I think two different players who just complement each other. The best thing about Ricky is that she started for us last year, and she comes up to our office like, "Hey, I'll do whatever it takes." And that's just kind of the mindset of our basketball team. We're bringing 2 starters from last year's team off the bench, with Alicia and Caitlin coming in starting for us, and I think that's them coming to us like, "Yo, we'll just do whatever it takes for Purdue to win," and they've been fun to coach so far this fall.
And then Lasha Petrie obviously led second in the team in scoring, but her defense stood out as well. What have you seen from her on that defensive end that makes her good at disrupting the other team?
Yeah, Laisha just gives us some length. A great athlete. She's long, she's long anyways, but then when she puts her arms out there, I just feel like they go forever. Did a good job getting in passing lane, getting some tips. And she's still learning what we do. I mean, she's still got some habits from Rutgers, and so she's still learning, but for the most part, that kid just goes out there and competes. And I think now she's playing for a program where, we want her to be Laisha and get in the open floor and go score and get buckets. And we've said all along she's a bucket getter, and we just need her to do that all year for us.
And then sort of a shaky start in the first quarter with the 10 turnovers and low scoring. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It was more than sorta.
What were the issues behind that first quarter? Then what caused that turnaround in the second? And
Yeah, give them some credit. We did not expect zone. They didn't play a whole lot of zone last year. And so we didn't expect zone, and we don't get zoned a lot. So not really something that we've spent a lot of time on. I mean, obviously, I think we will this week. We'll spend some time just in case Marshall throws one at us on Thursday. But I think that just kind of slowed us down, started second-guessing a little bit, and we've got 1 assist to 10 turnovers at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, I think we had 11 assists to 1 turnover. So the ball just popped. We didn't tell them to do anything different in the second quarter. Just play off instinct, make basketball plays, use your talent, and our group just responded in the second quarter.
And then third quarter held them to just 9 points on that side. Sort of what are the factors behind that, and what helped the team lock in defensively?
That halftime speech was really good. I know that. No, just in all seriousness, we just challenged them to lock in defensively a little bit more. First game genders. I mean, obviously, you're playing in front of the crowd for the first time. Abby goes down. I think we were adjusting to that a little bit, but challenged them in the third quarter. And then I think Michael made a great point at the end of the game here. That has to be our identity. The way we locked in and guarded and sat in the stance in the third quarter has to be our identity.
Katie, in these types of games, when you guys get out to big leads, what do you take away from that point forward?
Yeah, I just think how hard we competed, even when the score got where it got. That's something that we didn't really do last year. We'd get up by 20 and win by 10. Today, I thought we dug our heels in a little bit more and just finished the basketball game. And I think it started. I mean, Kate comes in off the bench and gets in the passing lane and gets 2 free throws. I think that's exactly what we did. We just pulled our shorts up, dug our heels in, and finished the game as tough as we started the game. As tough as we started the second quarter. And I think that has to be our identity, right? We know that we're not going to be more talented than most teams that we play, but we can be grittier, we can be hungrier, and if we do that, as connected as our group is, and we stay healthy, we'll have a chance to make some noise.
You talked about the 2 starters coming off the bench this year. Talk about just how deep this team is and being able to go 9, 10 girls deep and not have a big drop-off.
Yeah, I think it says to what Jayla has done this summer. Jayla got better. I mean, we look at Jayla, we look at Cass, we look at Ricky, and we look at them just as starters. I mean, so we've got 8 starters on our team, and Ava came in and gave us great energy. You know, I think Lily and Addie are still learning the pace of this game, and they're great for us. They're sponges. They're trying to learn and grab on to everything that we're teaching them. But what's so great is they've got some upperclassmen ahead of them that are kind of teaching them the ways. But like you said, I think we got 8 starters, and that's a really good problem for us to have.
Coach, who would you say is a player that played much better than what I guess the stat sheet might show? Like, who is the player that stood out the most to you that the stat sheet's not going to stand out to me?
You're going to see that Madison Layden only has 8 points, but I think that kid controlled the basketball game for us when she was at the point. You know, I think her and JT are just different point guards. You know, JT likes to keep the ball in her hands and make plays in the open floor, and Mads loves to push. And when Mads is on the floor with Jayla and Laisha and Abby, she just loves to push the ball up the court. So I think you see her, and she's only got 8 points, but she's got 7 assists. She always guards the other team's best player. And I think Cass making 3 threes there in the second quarter kind of opened the game for us. And I don't think she scored again in the game. Or maybe did she make some free throws? I don't know. No, she didn't. But she's got 6 rebounds, and she is always in the right position defensively for us. So I think those two probably stand out the most.
With Caitlin Harper, obviously you guys got another big that you can throw out there. Do you feel do you see the difference in size of this year's team and last year's team because you have another big that you can play out there that's now starting?
Yeah, I think, Caitlin's not, she's not like super tall, but she's got great strength. Her legs are super strong, and she uses her body so well to get position. And I think, her inside with Ricky gives us another post player. But I think when you look at our perimeter, we're much longer on the perimeter with Laisha, with Jayla getting better out there. I mean, last year, we had more little guards out there, and now we just have Abby. And Abby makes up with that with her effort and speed and heart. So just love our length on the perimeter. Kind of allows us to do a lot of things defensively, and obviously it's stuff that we got to clean up. But we'll keep working, and we'll keep trying to get better.
Then, sorry, you mentioned her at the end. What did you see from Jayla Smith coming off the bench there?
Yeah, Jayla. I think Jayla told Coach Kuchar that she was ready today. And she was. The first time she caught the ball in the wing, I think she went the ball with it right over her head. And we just tell her, like, hey, when you catch it, you got to rip through for us and drive it, put the ball on the floor. And she did just that. And I think she could have dropped it off to Caitlin, but she turned it over, trying to get the ball to Cass. But she stayed with it, got a steal, and dropped it off to Caitlin off the steal. Jayla's just confident right now. I mean, she goes 3 for 5, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. She's got 12 points, 2 assists. Great length. For me, I think the best thing about Jayla, she was really better defensively, and I think that's where her biggest strides have been.